Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to break down the latest event in MLB The Show 22's Diamond Dynasty, as well as go over all of the latest content. We're also going to talk about the best way to get the best bang for your buck in MLB The Show, whether it's by playing events, online seasons, BR, we'll touch on all of that. If you enjoy the content, be sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. All right, let's get into it. All right, guys, let's kick things off with the newest event featuring the 93 Takashi legend Trevor Hoffman. We're going to break that down. We also are going to go over the rules for this event, the Ring the Bell event. As is a little bit different than the prior events, it is going to be a 6-inning game with quick counts, meaning that you could start a count 1-1, 1-2, 2-1. So it is going to go by quite quickly. It is not a full 6-inning game. You can use any hitter, any starting pitcher, but then relievers are going to be silver or lower with a max team overall of 90. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rewards. And I want to talk about this specifically because events do seem to be, with the addition of the rewind pack, the best way to maximize the amount of rewards you're getting for the time that you implement in the game. And we'll go over why in just a little bit. But as you can see, the rerun rewards will allow you to go through and get any of the prior event rewards. And I'm not going to lie, as someone who grinds the game quite a bit, I'm not a huge fan of this because, well, it just kind of really diminishes the return of those actual cards. So, for example, all of these are going to value around 10,000 stubs. Now, the benefit for this is that every time you get one of these, if you have them all, that's 10,000 subs. The other huge benefit is that when the new player programs do come out for the 99 overall, which you will see shortly, I'm sure, as Mariano Rivera last year, his 99 overall, that voucher card did come out around this time, so I expect it pretty soon. You are going to need many postseason cards, all-star cards, veterans, second half, all of that. So this is a great way to get these cards by just playing events. But let's take a look at this one, the new Trevor Hoffman. It is at 10 wins, and man, this card is absolutely wild in the sense of his hits per 9 and K per 9. His hits per 9 up at 110, K per 9 at 117, which is almost max, meaning that the PCI of your opponent is going to be almost as small as possible. The one downfall to Trevor Hoffman is that he's a very soft thrower, meaning that if you get someone who's very good at the game, he's going to wait back on some pitches, but if you mix him in well with, let's say, a Aroldis Chapman, it is going to be very tough to time up those hits because, well, he's going to really need to square that ball up because of his PCI being as small as it possibly can with the hits per 9 and Ks per 9. Taking a look at the pitch mix, he's got a circle change at 74, a fastball at 93, cutter, slider, and curveball, and the control on a lot of these are very, very good. The circle change is at 99, four-seamer at 94, and then cutter at 96, or at 86, sorry. Obviously, cutter, one of the better pitches that you can use in game. And then the pitch break on the circle change is 99, fastballs at 83. The other ones don't break as much, but when you take a look at his actual, attributes, the break on his pitches at 99, he's a very, very good reliever, one of the better ones. But again, you will have to mix and match him. It's not one that I would recommend going a lot of innings with because obviously once they start sitting back, it's a little bit easier to tee up. That is the only card reward for this event, but as you can see, if you can go out and rattle off 30 wins, you're going to get more of these rewinds, event packs, and that is at least a guaranteed 10,000 stubs, and that's if you've collected them all. You might just be able to get some cards that you have. You'll also get a lot of other packs, so definitely worth the time. All right, now let's talk about ranked seasons and why I think that events is definitely where you want to spend a majority of your time, unless you enjoy ranked. But the reason why I think that the change this year that they implemented is kind of removed a lot of the interest for it is, one, they are really hammering down on the power creep, meaning that they are releasing higher overall cards much later in the year. So this year is kind of a transition year with that. You're going to see a lot of lower rated cards. They did bring down the innings to 350. Now, if you are not a World Series player, I'm not a World Series player. So if you are someone who plays, you get to around 500-600 in terms of your rating. If you're trying to focus on just the amount of rewards that you're going to get for the grind and time you're going to have to put in, 350 innings is an awful lot. That is a ton of time implemented. And when you take a look at the rewards, none of them were all that unbelievable. Let's take Clayton Kershaw, for example, 38,000 stubs right now in terms of a buy now to grab him, but you can also get him for about 35. That's basically the 3 rewind packs. If you sold those cards, you could just buy him and save yourself all of the time. The rewards just don't match the amount of time that it costs to put into it, and none of the rewards so far in the World Series pack has been all that incredible, outside of maybe Posada, but that's because his swing is just so good, but still not worth nearly the amount of time that you have to input to grab one of these rewards. They also added a new showdown for the holiday program. Obviously, this is a shorter program featuring Roy Halladay, the higher overall one. the 95 overall Roy Halladay, which you should try and grind for. This is an extremely good starting pitcher card, and just one that you really want to try and acquire. Also, just Roy Halladay, it's sweet. It is very difficult right now because there are limited ways to earn XP in it, but they did add, obviously, the Conquest at the beginning, but then they add the Halladay and Friends Showdown. I would recommend trying to blast through that. It isn't very difficult, and if you are patient, if you have struggled with Showdowns, what I would recommend is to just take 2 pitches on the final boss at all times. Eventually, they will wear down, and once they wear down to that energy, you'll start to see some meatballs, and that's really the easiest way to do it, but that will get you 20,000 XP rewards, and then just make sure you're doing the moments. What I would do first is as many moments as possible so that you can acquire some of these cards in terms of for the XP. So Ryan Howard, Delgado, for example, and then you can kind of stack things by putting them in your lineup and doing the Conquest. So you just want to make sure you do that avalanche system of just trying to get as much XP as possible and every single thing that you do. Also, for PlayStation owners, there is a stub sale going on right now, 10 to 30% off on stubs until June 1st. I would never recommend actually buying stubs, but if you are looking for some stubs to try and maybe complete the live series collection, finally, that Mike Trout is extremely expensive. Right now, you'll save 30% off 150,000 stubs, and obviously, that's going to be one of the best deals you're going to get. So, again, I would not recommend buying stubs. You can always work the market. I have a video that will go over that if you are looking for tips on working the market. I would never recommend that, but if you are someone who wants to just kind of speed things up, I would take advantage of that, especially on PlayStation, obviously, because that's where it's being offered. And then lastly, let's go over the Set 16 headliner. It's the Prime Jared Weaver. I remember growing up watching him at his peak for the Angels. He does have 105 stamina, hits per 9 and Ks per 9 at 91 and 86, which aren't awful. His pitch mix, we'll take a look at that. He's got a 94 on the four-seamer, a sinker at 93, a slider, a circle change, and a curve. On that sinker, his pitch control is up at 92, and the break on it at 90. Anyone with a sinker, obviously, does add some value for you. The break on all of his pitches up at 95, so a very good all-around card. He is going for about 30,000 stubs. I'd expect for that to fall a little bit as he's not overly impactful, but he is a prime card, and again, the voucher system that will come up shortly, probably in the next week or so. Prime cards are a little bit more difficult to come by. So guys, that is going to do it for the update on all of the content. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys on the stream. Check out the daily stream starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/nosleeves12. I'll see you then. Have a good one, guys.